Hey guys, check out the end of this video to learn about a way to win this copy of 5 Tribes.
Welcome to Duality Gamecast, sponsored by Gladiator Games. Today's Battle Royale episode features 5 Tribes.
I'm Matt.
And I'm William. Welcome to Duality Gamecast. Today we're reviewing 5 Tribes from Days of Wonder.
5 Tribes is a worker placement game with a twist. In it, all the workers start on the board and you're taking them off using a column mechanic. The turn begins by each player bidding for turn order. In this, you're going to bid coins and pick a position here on the board. Then, on your turn, you're allowed to pick any tile and pick up all the meeples on that tile. Then, you start dropping them off as you go around the board. The only rule is the last meeple you drop has to end on a place with other meeples of the same color. You then pick them all up and take that color's action. In this case, red are assassins. They allow me to kill another meeple anywhere on the board up to 3 spaces away because I picked up 3 meeples. I'll pick this one. I don't like them very much. Then, the tile that you ended up on takes its action. In this case, we add another palm tree. And finally, if all the meeples you picked up clear the board entirely, or that tile entirely, you'll have to place your camel on it, marking it as yours and locking it in as victory points. The goal of the game is to accumulate the most amount of victory points before the end, which is determined when there's no more legal moves or someone has placed all their camels on the board. You gain victory points by tiles that you hold, set collection of these goods here, and gems that you've picked up throughout the game.
5 Tribes is a Euro game designed by Bruno Cathala for 2 to 4 players. It has some really unique twists on classic worker placement. William, what do you think?
Twist, I think, is the right term. It has this interesting column mechanics, what we keep calling it, where you're picking them up and you're dropping the pieces back down. So you're not picking an action based with like having units in your hand that you're throwing on the board or workers or meeples or something like that. There's meeples on the board and you're picking them up and you have to drop them behind you as you go to get to the action you want. In order to hit that action on the tile, you actually have to use you have to end up with the right color meeple on there, and you have to be mindful of the colors you leave behind. When we were playing this, the first few rounds, you're just kind of blindly going after the colors you want, and then as the board starts getting dwindled down more, you start realizing, like, I don't want to keep like 5 of the same color on this one tile, and you drop this other color here. You start paying a little bit more attention to what's going on. And to me, that was what kind of made it fun, is when this game gets close to the end and the board is really tight, you end up doing these awkward like chains, trying to get things away from stuff. You want to make sure there's no colors right next to each other. It just adds like another level to it of not just picking the action and not just kind of taking other actions from other people, but also trying to limit what actions they can take by like how you built the board from your previous actions. And the fact that each meeple color, the 5 different colors for the 5 tribes, has a different ability also kind of adds to that. Because you have the yellow ones are worth just solid victory points at the end of the game. The white ones are worth, I believe, even more victory points, but you're using them to summon gems and do other actions. The blue ones get you just straight money right away. The green ones give you the set collection of the different resources. And the red ones let you kill stuff on the board or take other meeples out in front of other people that are worth points. And they each kind of have their own divergent strategy. You overlap in this game. You're not just going to pick just one color, but based on the genies you get, because they all have special abilities that key off of things, it kind of helps you like lead into certain things. Like I know we were playing today and someone had all the assassin-themed gens, and they were every time they kill something, they get money. If anybody else did anything, they get more money, and they were taking up multiple spots on the board. And it seems like you can have this cool kind of engine you can build, or you can kind of do the victory point salad thing if you want to. So it seems like it's very open, and I like that.
Definitely. I like that there's a lot of different ways to score victory point salad, but there are also little modifiers, like with the gen, they enhance some of the tribe abilities, or they look at other parts of the game, like end scoring or set collection of goods. So then they're coming out at a different number of them every turn, basically. Like if someone buys one, it's replaced, and they're random from a fairly decent selection. So that's going to make your game different every time. Your board is modular, so that's going to change every time. There are what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 different board abilities that you can mess with. They're in the goods. There are different rarities of goods. There's also slaves, which sort of work like wild cards. They enhance the abilities of some tribal actions. There's also the bidding on turn order that creates competition because, especially in the later rounds, I think going first becomes a big deal in this game. When we first looked at the bid mechanic on the turn order, it ranges from bidding 0 to 18 gold. And you start the game with 50 gold, I believe. And we were thinking, who the heck is going to do 18 gold? And it became apparent once we got deep into the game. It's like, oh, that's completely viable, and I may do it here in a second.
And it's important to note, gold is victory points in this game.
Yeah, 1 for 1.
So you're spending victory points for turn order. And at some point, you might be willing to spend 18 victory points for turn order, and that kind of gives you an idea of like how tight this game can be in that way. Is that you're spending huge chunks of points to earn you maybe just the same amount to make sure someone else doesn't get that amount. I know that's happened a few times where someone says, I can get 18 points doing that. I can't let them bid 1 coin and get that. I'm going to bid 18 and just net 0 just to make sure the guy in front maybe doesn't get ahead. And that was an interesting concept.
Yeah, and the game, after the first couple of turns, it just gets more and more puzzly.
Yes.
Your tribal meeples that you're trying to use are getting rarer and rarer, and whatever strategies you've been working on are going to get harder and harder to monopolize. And so it becomes this real thinky game the farther into it you go. Plus, you've got a little area control aspect in that every time you clean out completely on your action space, you get to drop your camel, and that one's going to score for you at the end of the game. We had people doing that aggressively, and we had one player who didn't really do it at all, and he almost won, right?
Yeah.
Off by 1 point. So there's a lot of different strategy possibilities. And some of it keys off the gens, some of it keys off the tribal abilities, and some of it's just like how you time things and how efficient you can move out in those Mancala type moves. Very deep, with only 45 minutes maybe?
Yeah, not long.
Yeah, Bruno Cathalo, you're a smart cookie. So let's take a look at Five Tribes' art and component quality.
I'll start with components. I like the wood pieces in these. You have little camels. They actually are little silhouettes of wood camels. It has the thing that's always it fixes the thing that's always problems with me, which is color confusion. All the player colors are notably different from the meeple colors, so you never have this, oh, I have green camels and there's green pieces on the board. The closest you get is this like teal and green or teal and blue, and they're still very noticeable and different. So component-wise, chipboard's good. Again, it's the little cards in this game, but you're not really shuffling these cards again. You're not having to handle them or use them like a deck, so they function fine. They could have been chits from a bag or something like that. The art style is very nice on it. I like it. The graphic design and all the tiles is clean. You can easily see its victory points, and it's icon-based, but there's only 5 different abilities on the board, so it's not hard to follow up. You're not trying to extrapolate some weird math puzzle being made out of icons. So that's all good. The actual art itself, all the gens have unique, really nice, high-quality art on them, and they work kind of the same way. These are the only ones that have the icons that may be a little bit more confusing. You have to look at the rulebook, but they're kind of special abilities. It's on the back of the player board, which actually we didn't talk about earlier. This has very nice player boards. One side has all the gens and all their abilities on it. The other side shows you all the math and what happens when you pick up the different color meeples and what they do. Very clean. We didn't have to refer to the rulebook, I think, at all after we started playing, even the first game. We read it through and we were good to go. Matt, what's your opinions on the art?
I'm going to echo you a little bit. I really like the quality of this game. The art, like you said, on the gens is the standout art. It's very different style, I would note, than the board art or the goods card art.
True.
But it's all good quality. I mean, the goods cards just convey what they are, which that's what you need them to do. The iconography, the board is clean, and once you know how they work, there's only 5 of them, so they convey what they need. Again, echoing what you said, that player board, or player reference sheet, I guess, well done. We've been grousing a little bit lately about some games that didn't have that kind of tool in them, and this one is clear and actually really useful. Well done. And all the component quality, the wooden meeples, the heavy tiles for your board, the turn order trackers, the gin cards, all well produced, well made. Definitely getting your bang out of your buck in the quality of this game.
Yes. So must buy. That's what I'm going to lead off with. Five Tribes to me is an amazing Euro game. It does what usually I'm not looking for, which is it makes it quick, it makes it simple, but there's still a lot of depth and there's still a lot of interaction, a lot more than I think in most. So for me, this is the fast, quick, fun Euro game of choice for me.
Five Tribes. I'm going with a must-buy for this game. Wow, what a great new, refreshing Euro. Takes worker placement, turns it on its head, and does it in a compact, smooth-running, and relatively short runtime. Great job, Bruno Casala. Smart pickup, Days of Wonders. If you like Euros, buy this game. Hey guys, just a quick note. Our new YouTube subscriber contest starts on October 18th. The way this works is you need to leave us a comment on our YouTube page for this video. Let us know, we're looking for what's your favorite worker placement game or Euro game in general, or if you can't think of one of those, tell us what your favorite game is. If you're a subscriber, your comments will be added to a list. We're going to randomly select one person to win a free brand spanking new copy of this wonderful game, Five Tribes.
Hey guys, thanks for watching this Battle Royale episode. If you'd like to subscribe, click on me, and thanks to all these people for helping us out. Hey guys, patient. Take one.